Imagine you're rafting down the rapids in a vast canyon. You're enjoying life and thinking about the modern adventures you'll embark on tomorrow. Go to the mall, drive your car, walk on the sidewalk, modern things us humans do daily. But while you're rafting, by means unknown to mankind, you suddenly plunge down a 1,000-foot waterfall that you obviously couldn't see or hear, and enter a portal bringing you to a prehistoric land filled with dinosaurs, primitive people, and fearsome aliens. Welcome to the land of the lost.
Land of the Lost was a children's TV program that aired on NBC from 1974 to 1976. It was a strange half-live-action, half-claymation show that followed the lives of the Marshall family as they adapted to their new lives in the lost prehistoric land, appropriately named Land of the Lost.
The main protagonists consist of Rick Marshall, portrayed by Spencer Milligan, his son Will, portrayed by Wesley Yore, and his daughter Holly, portrayed by Kathy Coleman. Other characters entered the scene throughout the show, such as Cha-Ka, the primitive caveman child, and Uncle Jack, who replaced Rick Marshall in the third season of the show and was portrayed by Ron Harper.
Believe it or not, the land was not a peaceful place. Antagonists were littered throughout each episode's plots, and consisted of Grumpy, the grumpy T-Rex, and Sleestaks, the alien-like and also pretty grumpy humanoids, known for their futuristic sci-fi-esque technology and urge to hunt and kill the Marshall family.
Despite appearing like a prehistoric primitive world, the world of the Land of the Lost is anything but. It's conveyed to the audience that the land does not take place at any time in our history. Rather, this world is a separate universe from ours. As shown during the pilot of the series, the land has 3 moons and is placed in what is called the Time Doorway.
Entrance to this land can be accessible by anyone through the use of interdimensional pylons, which periodically travel to other universes. This occurs every 3 to 4 years when the land's moons create a conjunction.
Sci-fi talk aside, let's discuss the other characters and details of the series. Occasionally, other humans would enter the land and appear in one episode. These include Beauregard Jackson, a hypersonic glider flyer from the futuristic world of the 1990s, which would have been 20 years in the future at the time of this episode's premiere.
Jefferson Davis Cawley III, a U.S. Confederate soldier whose one and only companion is his artillery cannon nicknamed Sarah.
Enoch, the only good Sleestak. It is revealed that this character is actually an earlier form of the Sleestak, an elegant and powerful species known as the Altrusians, which 1,000 years prior went extinct or became evil, or both. It's not really told well in the show.
The basic premise of each episode follows the Marshall family's failed attempts to get back to their own world. They are usually chased by Grumpy, aided by the primitive ape-like people, captured by a group of vile Sleestaks, and then go back to the cave which they call their home. In the third season of the series, Rick Marshall is accidentally transported into another dimension by use of one of those pesky interdimensional pylons we mentioned earlier. He is promptly replaced by Uncle Jack, who is Will and Holly's, uncle.
It's during this season that the Marshalls move out of their cave and begin to reside in a temple located in the nearby jungle. Although this is the final season of the show, the story does not have an ending. The season ends with just another episode, much like the ones preceding it.
The sad reality is that the show was probably not renewed for another season for budgetary reasons, or that the actors were not inspired to take on their roles any longer. There was, however, a 2-season reboot that aired in 1991, and a movie starring Will Ferrell from 2009.
Land of the Lost is a show that grabbed and kept the attention of children throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even into the 21st century. A show that still has not been forgotten.
A show that featured some of the ugliest green screen work, cringiest claymation, but still looked real to 5-year-old me in 2007.
Land of the Lost is the pure definition of an obscure TV show.
You can say that again. Stay curious.
Join us again next time when we once again go obscure.